Alright, what is up guys, Inspired here, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the smokes and flashes that you will need to know on Dust 2. Now, Dust 2 is not a very technical, heavy map, meaning that there aren't a whole lot of set smokes you're going to need to throw to take sites. It's more aim-based, which is why, especially the NA scene loves it so much, but it's such a popular map in general. So, let's just start from T-spawn, working towards the long, and we'll just kind of work our way around the map. So the first is a smoke that is used a lot of times to deal with an opera playing this corner right here, because in most games you'll run into an opera playing long. So if you do, if you want, and you want to smoke them off so you don't have to deal with them, you just come into this corner right here, look up at the corner of that flap of the box, and just throw. And it'll cover the corner. So you can push out, make sure he's not in pit, and then go. Now, to go along with this, many people just run and jump and throw a flash over there, not really caring where it goes or something like that. But if you want to get a really good pop flash, there's a couple ones you can use. One really good one is if you stand back in this corner, between the door and the wall here, and you aim at that corner of the pillar, or the support structure there.
Flashback.
You let go. That's a really good one. It's very hard for the opera to see because it's down low. Another good one that's hard for an opera to see especially is this one. Comes over the top. You can also throw it off the pillar above if you want to give it a little more height so that you can peek out with it.
Flashback.
So that it'll pop behind the pillar for you so you won't get blinded. Another simple one is just not that. It's just a falling back throw, because a player will most likely not look that high. But the downside of that flash is it's not going to blind them as much as, say, this one would. So, there's those. You can always just do like a little flash like that, but those are imprecise and a little hard at times, and you're exposed to throw it. So, that's it for long, I believe. So working our way up to a site, a good pop flash if you're at long and you're an opera, maybe you took a shot and missed, but you want to take another peek. Just get this one takes a little bit of practice, but you get around somewhere in here, aim at about the lower part of the fence, jump, and throw, not like that. And throw like that, and it'll bounce, especially if they've thrown that smoke. Then this flash will pop inside of that smoke. So just run forward a little bit, jump and throw, and it gets good height and will blind 9 out of 10 people. So it's a good flash. Another good flash is if they've already taken long in your CT, and I know I've shown this flash off in another video of mine, I believe, or another video that's going to be coming out soon. Is this flash you just throw it and you can peek out with it, and if you want it to be a better pop flash for long, you don't run forward, and it pops. They have no time to react to this. Another good one is if, say, they smoked the cross. That's not a good smoke. Say they smoked the cross, and you want to push through that smoke. You can throw that one, or throw it a little deeper. Actually, be better. And that gets good height, and that'll pop behind you. As you can see, it pops up in the air, so then they won't really see it behind the smoke, so that's another good one. You can also use that when retaking site. It works well with a nade too if you have that planting. That lands right where they're going to be planting if they're planting for long. I guess you could do it with a smoke if you wanted. I've never tried that. Yeah, it works. Another good flash is if you're caught in goose here, and you want to flash out here. Similar one to the other. You just come up close. That one goes a little far. You can kind of play with it, but it's a nice hot flash. So since we're near cat, there's a couple good smokes and flashes. A smoke for CT, a really good one, is this one. You come up between these two in the middle of this little window here, and there's a crack you can see there on the wall. And so you just aim at that white crack, let go. And it lands perfectly in CT, no gaps. You can see a little bit on the top, but nothing useful. So now for flashes on Cat, a lot of people just throw this one. It is a fairly good one, but one that's really good, this one is very limited to an author on Goose, just watching like this. And this one takes a lot of practice to get right.
Flashback.
So right, but you can get it so that it comes out a little bit and that flashes sight fairly well. But if you throw it too soon, it's no good. And if you throw it too late, you can miss. I didn't do it too late there. You can miss the thing entirely. So it takes timing. And there's also that one, I guess, as well. Underhand throw on the top. Coming towards middle, if you're going to do a mid-B split, you'll need this smoke. So we'll just come in this corner, aim it in the middle of that window pane, and voila, it's smoked off. One downside to this, and you have to be aware of this, is players can boost up on this box and see over, or they can pop up here and see over, so just be ready for that, and you will not be able to see them. A good flash to go with this smoke is if you think there might be a player playing close mid or just playing CT or CT mid, is this flash right here. That will always blind that player and most likely blind anybody else playing mid. You can also throw one like that in a similar spot. That's decent, but it's easy to see coming. This one, very hard to anticipate. If you want to solo push up Cat, this flash is very good. Just throw it on the curve of that wall and it comes out and pops in the middle there. If you throw it from a little farther back, it pops a little sooner. So something like that. A little closer to the corner, so harder to see coming. You can also, if you want to flash your teammate up Cat, you can come into this corner by the pillar, aim at the top of that little doohickey there, and throw it there, and that'll pop very well, and that's completely silent, they'll never hear it coming. So if you're retaking B, there are 2 smokes and 3 flashes that you'll need to know. The first smoke is to smoke off car here, which terrorists will normally be at car. So you just come into this, you'll get stuck in a wedge between these 2 piles of stones. You just look up into this corner and out a little bit, so I mean with my crosshair, so it's just not touching a little bit, and just let go. And you have to be careful with this one, because if you hit that pillar wrong, it'll go shooting off somewhere else. But that'll allow you to avoid having to deal with car, and you can even pop like a nade back there or something if you want. If you want to smoke off tunnels, you can come into this corner between the Humvee and this scaffolding, and you'll want to aim the bend in that pole so at the height of that, the top of that pole there. So you see how the right edge of my crosshair is lining up with that? So you can want to throw it. And you can kind of guesstimate it, it's not super precise. And it'll bounce into tunnels. And unlike a lot of smokes in here, this one does not leave a gap. A lot of them leave a gap in this corner. So if you want to smoke them off and go for a sneaky diffuse, you can't. Another flash that almost no one knows about is if you come into this corner and look down here, you can throw it out there and it'll pop and it will not blind you. So you throw it right.
I'm throwing a flashback.
Which I can't do, apparently.
Flashback.
Just so that and you can peek out and you will not be at all blind. If you're playing from behind box or anywhere on this side of sight, you can just throw one off that wall. And this you can peek out with. And that's good for stopping a rush. You can throw that if you're here as well. Another good one if you're playing behind double stack. Is a running jumping throw. Like that. Or you can just throw it running. And it'll pop on top of that box. As far as the retake flashes, there's 3 of them. One is through the doors, off the ledge, off the doors. You can throw it deep, or you can throw it shallow. Another one is to get it over just over the wall on this little ledge here. You just line up just to the right of here, just around the lamp post and the bricks. Aim there and down a bit and let's go forward. And that'll fly straight over. That one takes a lot of practice, as does this one. Just aim it out there.
Throwing a flashback. Flashback.
There we go. Just right there. Pretty simple.
I'm throwing a flashback.
And that one you can peek with. So that's pretty much everything I've got. Oh no, there's one more. As a CC, if you want to smoke long from the start, thanks to the new new skyboxes, you can throw this one.
Smoke.
Throw the smoke at the beginning of the round. Voila. And that will get there at about the same time you will arrive, so it works nicely. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will be coming out with more videos like this for all of the maps, so stay tuned for those. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.